zero. Let's start.
Good afternoon, good evening, rather, and welcome to the program, The Nighttime Heat, right here on Prom FM 105.5. We are streaming live on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. That's The Nighttime Heat, Facebook and YouTube channel. We are also streaming live on our on Prom FM Monrovia 105.5, Prom FM Monrovia 105.5. We are streaming live. Kindly make sure to share the live video, share the show, so that your friends, your relatives, your loved ones, your partners can also follow what's happening tonight on the program. Tonight's program promises to be very interesting. We'll have a lot of trending issues happening. And so we're going to talk about those issues tonight. So kindly share the show, share the live video, so that your friends, your relatives, your loved ones, your partners can also follow what's happening tonight on the program. Tonight, I have me David Benedictus Rasmus Namwitawa. I'm sure Moses Sandy will shortly join us, but one of our panelists, Josh Kennedy, has not been feeling too well. We're hoping that Josh can speedily recuperate so that he can come to help inform and educate our people on issues of national concerns. But before welcoming Tagwa, let me just share with you what we have tonight that's coming up. You know, the ongoing drugs investigation continues to spark mixed reactions. There's this, in fact, as we speak, there's this debate of verbal clashes, happening, existing between Bapolu County Senator and LWSC Managing Director Mo Ali. We're going to talk about that tonight. Why is this happening? In fact, is it that Senator Cornyn doesn't have the right to make his comments or make his observation on how the drug investigation is ongoing? Why should there be any sort of verbal clashes between government or state actors? Especially when the issue has to do with a national concern. Everyone is concerned. Why is it that up to present the investigation is still moving at a slow pace? In fact, in the word of Cummings, he said that the investigation has been very sluggish. That is no progress. It's still at a standstill. What's happening? And that's sparking a lot of concerns and debates in street corners and everywhere. We'll be talking about specifically the crisis or the verbal clash between Senator Amara Cornyn and Mo Ali of the Labrador Water and Sewer Corporation. We're going to talk about that as well. Well, also, today the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Kong, paid a working visit at the Ministry of Finance, and we saw both the Minister of Finance and the Vice President sharing notes on a couple of issues regarding the economy and how to better the lives of the people. So we're going to play the video and talk about that as well. Also tonight, the man called Shikwiyate, former ambassador. The man was booted out of the government after he made some statements against some members of the national legislature. Specifically, I'm sure they said it right, and so he was booted out of government. But in recent time, he appeared on a local station and made some startling revelation about the causation of the border crisis between Liberia and Guinea. We're going to play what he said, and we'll talk about that as well tonight on the program. Now, the president has been on some intense criticism from some members of the public after he dedicated a latrine. But let me ask tonight, what is wrong with the president dedicating a latrine? Is it that the president shouldn't have done so? Is it not a project? Why should the president be criticized? We'll talk about that tonight as well. Also on the program, Councillor Tawan Gonglo has renewed a debate about the funding source of the project. That's the FOIA project. This time he's asking where did the money come from. We're going to talk about that. Shouldn't just shouldn't we allow sleeping dog to lie? The project, the construction has already been completed. I'm sure. Is it not something something positive for our country? Why should we continue to make noise in the word about this? But we're going to talk about that. I'm sure maybe my panelists will have their own version of. Moses Sani is on, but before Moses, let me try to welcome my good friend and brother, David Benedictus Rasmus Nambutawe. David, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Sabo, and good evening, everyone. And I'm surprised that your newly recruited panelist, Puka Rabos, is not here yet. Is Puka not coming? Or he declined to come now? So it's good to be here, Moses. Good evening. I don't know what's the time over in your area. I think it's good evening or good afternoon, whatever. So good evening, Moses. And I'd like to say hi to Josh, who's not too well. I hope that he gets well soon. Everything family, wherever we are, hi. Desmond, we on hi, wherever you are. It's good to be here.
Okay, thank you, Dave. Thank you. And let me welcome Moses Sani quickly. Moses, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you. Soba is pleasing to be back. Mr. Tiger, let me say hi to you, my brother. It's good to see you. You asked for the time. Yeah, as I speak to you right now, it's 10 minutes after 4 o'clock on the East Coast in Delaware. We have a time difference of 4 hours.
Okay.
Your 8 o'clock is my 4 o'clock here in the evening. Okay. On the East Coast, my 4 o'clock here on the East Coast is 3 o'clock in the Midwest. So places like Minnesota, Chicago, Wisconsin. So we have a time difference of 1 hour.
Thank you, Moses.
Yeah, sure. It's good to see you guys.
Okay, Moses, thank you for coming on. I think one of our newest panelists, Pascal Davis, is on. David is on. Let me get in quickly. Pascal, welcome to the program. Is he finding it difficult to join? Pascal, welcome to the program, Pascal.
Sabo.
Yes, Pascal, welcome.
Thank you so kindly. And let me also say a big thanks to all of your panelists for keeping our people informed. And I was just listening to the radio, and one of them were asking whether I'm actually out or I'm coming tonight. So to the person who asked the question, we've never been afraid. We have always stood tall to inform our people. It's just that we needed to adjust. And so I always inform somebody about that. But it's important that we are here to share different perspectives and to see how we can move our own country forward. I mean, basically, we are not against any government. It's just that you don't like the way we say it because we're on the other side. By the time we twist today, you come to rain praises on all like you're doing with Councillor Kamyo Bagbala and the rest of the guys, But for us, we thought to be very consistent and always preach what is right for our country, and that's why we sit there in this space. So, somewhere again, I want to say thank you for those of our friends and panelists and others who basically don't know us. My name is Pascal Davis, resident of District Number 6. Of course, I've lived in District 6 for a little over 10 to 12 years. Yes, of course, CDC is my party. And basically, because we believe George Weah could change a country and can still change a country. And so this is where we are. I graduated from the John Lewis Morris Memorial United Methodist School. Also, because I have passion for teaching, so I went to the Senator's Accelerated Teaching Training Institute, SATI for short, and also went to the Vision Christian College. And biblically, when you're all making some of these references, it's because we've got that biblical knowledge. So I also enrolled at the La Costa Mobile Teacher Training Institute, where I also obtained a certificate. So yes, a qualified teacher. And the only thing I want now is an opportunity to leave the country where we can have breadth of knowledge to come back and give back to our society. So on the overall sub, I want to say thank you, and we're looking forward for a fruitful discussion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pascal Davis. We really appreciate your time on the program. We said this program basically is for all Liberians, irrespective of where you come from. Some of us, we have no political linkage. We've been professional journalists all our years on earth. We've been professional journalists. We don't promote. We have no. We don't ascribe to any political ideologies. All we want is for Liberia to be better and better and enjoyable, so that all of us can enjoy this country. But thank you very much, Pascal. We did appreciate you being on the program. David Benedicto Sunangwe Taba is here, one of our panelists. George Kennedy is not feeling too well. George will be joining us, I'm sure, a few days from now. He's still responding to treatment. Likewise, Edwin Farmel. Edwin will be joining us also anytime. And Desmond Weon has traveled. We're hoping that he can return anytime and join us as well. We have another panelist in the diaspora, Moses Sandy. Sandy is already on. And I'm sure a few days from now, we'll have another panelist from the diaspora. It's about time that we talk about Liberia. And we are nearing the political season. Our people need to be informed as to whether we retain this administration or we do change the administration and bring in a new one. We need to be now. People need to be informed. Our people need to be educated. So it is compelling that we come here every night to ensure that we flag the positives. If the government did some positives, we're going to talk about that. If the government slipped, if there were some slippages by the government, we're also going to beat on the government for that. So this program is an open one. It has absolutely no political linkage. Nobody from behind the scene, either from CDC or Unity Party or CMC or WPC supporting this program. This program is self-supported, and let's make sure that our people get the benefit of the 2 to 2 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes that we'll have to give to our people. So again, welcome to the program, gentlemen. Let me want to share the show. Viewers, kindly share the show. We are streaming live on our Facebook page. That's the Nighttime Heat Facebook page. Just tap Nighttime Heat. We are also streaming live on our YouTube channel. Again, just tap Nighttime Heat, and of course, go to watch the show on YouTube. We are also streaming live on the Prime FM Monrovia 105.5, that Prime FM channel. We are streaming live, gentlemen. Let's go into our discussion quickly. Like I said, our first discussion has to do with the cocaine drama that is ongoing. There's a dispute now, verbal clash between Bapuru County Senator Amara Conan and Mo Ali of the WSC, Labrador Water and Sewer Corporation. Let's read what we have quickly. Liberia's intensifying battle against the illicit drug trade has taken a new political turn, with Bapuru County Senator Amara Conan accusing the government of applying a double standard in the handling of major cocaine investigations, while a senior official of the ruling Unity Party has rejected the allegations as publicly motivated and unsupported by evidence. Okay, Mo Ali is saying that the allegations being made by Bapuru County Senator is unsupported by evidence. The increase in the public dispute comes as Liberia continues to grapple with the consequences of a growing narcotics problem that has become one of the country's most pressing security and public health concerns. At the center of the latest controversy is Senator Cornyn's criticism of the government's response to the recent multi-million-dollar cocaine investigation. The senator argues that the government's decision to suspend or remove lower-ranking security personnel while leaving senior officials within the commando structures untouched risks creating the appearance that junior officers are being sacrificed to shield more powerful individuals. Cornyn, an ex-finance minister who supported President Joseph Boakai during the 2023 presidential election, says the approach threatens public confidence in the administration's promise to confront corruption, impunity, and networks behind Liberia's narcotics trade. In a strongly worded Facebook post titled "The Danger of Silence in the Cocaine Investigation," Senator Collins said Liberia's handling of major narcotics cases has exposed what he described as a troubling pattern within the administration of justice. Okay, now let's hear from
Mo Ali.
Mo Ali. We're trying to see where Mo Ali has come in. He warned that such perceptions could undermine the credibility of the. Okay, let's see whether Mo Ali is somewhere around. Okay, for Cornyn, the issue is not okay. I'm still finding where Mo Ali is, but Mo Ali has responded to the senator. The Bapuru County lawmaker said if officials removed from sensitive positions are not subjected to the same legal standards applied to ordinary security personnel, then the government's push must go campaign risks being reviewed as rhetoric. Okay, that's still trying to see where Moore has come in, because Moore has also questioned what Cornyn said. The Unity Party official said, okay, criminal charges should be based on the evidence. We're trying to pick up, okay, we're trying to pick up to see exactly where Moore came in. We're trying to pick it up quickly. You're listening to the Nighttime Heat. You listen to the Nighttime Heat. Okay. According to a Unity Party official, this Mo Ali reaction. Mo Ali, meanwhile, insists that the government will continue the fight and that the cartels will be dismantled. Okay, so Mo Ali has spoken on that. Now, but gentlemen, the matter is that Cornyn and others, Senator Cornyn, Amara Cornyn, let me get it right, and others have been very critical of the government's handling of the ongoing drug investigation. Cornyn believes that you heard that the arrest of low-level security personnel to shield the higher ups, it's troubling, and he believes that the government is not it's not being committed to the fight. But Mo has come in to say, well, Cornyn is it's not saying the truth, and he's just trying to be political about this situation. Now, let me get your take first, Mr. Tagwell. What's your takeaway?
Well, my takeaway is that I'm just taken aback that Amara Cornyn, who is a senator, a member of the legislature, was sound like the ordinary people in the streets. The fact of the matter is that if you say, this is what I've heard from ordinary people in the streets, that, oh, the government is shielding the big people and they're going after the smaller people. But since we've been hearing this thing, no one has provided any evidence. Like Amara Conan, if you say the government is shielding senior high-profile security personnel, officials, and though they are involved or linked to the cartel, look, Amara Conan can go to a coalition at the legislature and provide those names accompanied by evidence. But if you are talking loosely like that, as if it is an ordinary citizen, then I'm taken aback. The other thing again is that, look, since the drug thing came about, there are a lot of people in our society and some abroad. They want to make heroes of themselves. They want to be seen as being critical, but they're being unnecessarily critical. Being critical, yes, it's accepted that you can be critical of the government, but be critical with sense. Because if you say, who are the senior officials of government that have been shielded, that Amara cannot come forward to name? Yes. So anybody can get and say, oh, Amara is linked, so the government should go after Amara and start arresting him. No. If anybody is linking Amara to the cartel, the person will provide the evidence to prove, to substantiate that claim. But Amara has not substantiated anything. He's just talking, writing, and talking. He's a good writer. A former finance minister is a well-educated guy. But the way he reasoning is absolutely disappointing.
Okay. It's absolutely disappointing. That's your point, your initial reaction to that. Let's hear from you, Mr. Moses Sandy. Your takeaway.
Look, very interesting discussion. First, this is where I would like to begin from before I even delve into the argument by Senator Conan and Mo Ali. First, I want to say that when the senator speaks, I know people will say Mo Ali has a right of free speech. But Mo Ali, anything that has to do with providing clarity on issues, pronouncements from people at that level, that's the role of Daniel Sano, that's the role of my brother Gerald Limepia. I think Mo is less busy. Every time he comes and talks in the media, he just tells us that he spends his time on social media. He has nothing to do. Now, let's come back to the claim made by my brother David Tagbe. He said, well, Amara Conan is speaking loosely. My brother, Mr. Tagbe, I beg to differ. Conan is not speaking loosely. Conan is speaking to the core issues. And Conan pronouncement have yielded some positive results. Conan, Edwin Snow, Stanton, Witherspoon, Rodney C.A., they have been persistent that, hey, we want you to bring people to book. Bring people to book. There are more people out there that need to be brought to book. And the evidence are there that they have succeeded in doing that. Patrick Doe, Deputy for Administration at the NPA, at the NSA, he was dismissed. Why? He aided and abetted. He was complicit. The deputy at the LDA, Patrick Kamasu, Biago, and the others that have fallen, they fell because Conan and the others raised the concern. And this is where Conan is coming from. And I'm sure, Mr. Tagbe, you can agree with me on this. The man who runs police administration in the country, the man came publicly. He said the police has evidence that people in higher places in this administration are complicit. Conan is saying, if the police director said that, why can't you ask the police director to identify those people? Has the director of police identified anybody? The director of police came and said the media is complicit. He said they have evidence that journalists were bribed, media institutions were bribed to change the narrative. Has the government, has President Walker asked the director of police to tell you, say, hey, my man, who are the journalists? The media institutions you're talking about? This is where Senator Connor is coming from. He said, look, there are big people out there, there are a lot of people out there, and even your director of police said it. Bring them out. That's the point, did it? Connor is not speaking loosely. Thank you.
Okay, let me hold you there, Moses, and then come to Mr. Pascal Davis. Pascal, I read the article concerning the verbal clashes or exchanges between Senator Amara Conan and Mo Ali. What's your takeaway?
What's about, again, this is hypocrisy at this higher level. We must for once be honest and sincere. If we want to see a better country, conscience must come to bear. I just played a follow-up video from the current vice president at the time in opposition. He said, $100 million just entered the country. Nobody went to jail. So what that indicated at the time, people in higher ups were behind it. I mean, David, my respect to you, though. But the police IG did not only expose people who are Liberians, it exposed you, David Tagbert, that you guys are in the media and being conflicted. He said you're too brave, including you, David, because you're a journalist. I said you're telling us on the show that you are a partisan of the Unity Party. I've known you to be a journalist. The police IG indicted you and so on. That you guys are now taking money from cartel. But so on, let me say this. One of the guys who was dismissed from the police or from the LDA, to be very specific, is one Moses Jala. I taught Moses at one school called Vision International Christian Academy. I've never known him to be that person. Even in service, there were many days where I had to advise him to be very careful. If Amara said to you today, or in that press release through his Facebook, that people have been shielded and they are using the smaller ones to cover up, Moses Jala is just one of those persons they are using to cover up. I want to ask and David, the police IG of this country, before I even go to the police IG, prior to Biako taking over, David, you were in this country. There was a guy, the last guy who had the LDA, went to Mika press briefing and told the world there are people in government, in the legislature, in the judiciary, in the executive, they are beyond the imposition of justice in Liberia. After the next day, that man was dismissed. He was dismissed from LDA. The police IG, Sobo, he's on record of not only accusing media practitioners, he accused people in government because he said his hands are tired. He said his feet are heavy. He can't really call names, but he said there are people in the government who are beyond this entire just stuff. I mean, I hear David asking Amara to go back to the legislature as he's calling. The last time I checked, Amara said something in the legislature, in the chambers of the legislature. He's not the Senate. You went for him. You nearly got him dismissed. You nearly, in fact, when you get to Jacket, it could have been the repeat to Amara. He have to come back and take it back and apologize. Are you saying to me in this country, even if you use your Facebook page to post some information that is so important to us, we should not take it because your senator is supposed to speak in the chambers? Is that what David is telling us? But so, let me say this before I end on this topic. I was reading what a cartel is. For me, I'll let it be very specific and clear. I'm a teacher. So say a cartel is a criminal organization that controls the production, smuggling, and the sales of illegal drugs. Let me tell you what's happening. Control of supply chain. We say when we say they will talk about the cartel, we say they handle everything including growing manufacturing. In this case, they don't grow a year, they don't manufacture a year. But let me tell you what the cartels will do. They will transport them here across borders and distribute them across dealers. This is the role Labra is playing now. The Labra is not considered as a transport ground, and it is a holding center. It is a safe haven for jobs. Where those jobs are brought in the country, because you have somebody telling you, apart from the 318 million jobs that were discovered, there are more jobs here in my mind. They are still in the country waiting to be given out of the other people to do. So I would say, in short, for close.
Mr. Davis, that's an initial. That's an initial. That's your initial reaction to my question. Now, no, 1 minute. We'll go around the table once again. Let me welcome Mr. Edwin Famula quickly. Mr. Famula, welcome. Anthony Nalo.
Thank you, sir, and sorry for me being late.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I had an unfortunate situation. One of my staff had, he fell off on his way home. I had to run to the hospital to make sure that he was okay until his family get there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. And we're hoping that he received speedy recovery. Now, let's also welcome Deputy Information Minister Daniel Sano. Minister Sano is on the line. He just called in. Mr. Sano, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Slovo. I'm driving, just leaving the office, and I tuned into your show. And
Somebody is very low. We can't hear him.
It's very low. We're not getting him.
Yes, we are hearing you. I'm trying to, but okay. Let my producer help you quickly. But I think you are coming in. It's just that you have to be a bit loud so that we all can hear you. But viewers, you are watching the Nighttime Heat right here on Prime FM 105.5. We are streaming live on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. Just tap Nighttime Heat, and of course, it's going to be live on the program online. We are also streaming live on our on Prime FM on Rovia 105.5 on Prime FM platform. We are streaming live as well, and of course, we are right here on the radio as well on Prime FM 105.5. The Deputy Information Minister Daniel Sano was just on. We're trying to get him loud on the program so that he can make his input quickly. But our panelists are all here, and of course, we are looking at the disputed verbal clashes between Senator Amara Conan and Mo Ali of the Unity Party, an official of the government as well. Let's see what we can get Minister Sano quickly on. Mr. Minister, you can continue.
Yes, so as I was saying, I just left the office.
The internet will be buffering if it's on the internet.
Wow.
It's not cool. And I was saying very, very interesting conversation, except that there are a lot of misconceptions being expressed. And I purposely decided to place a call to correct some of the misinformation, particularly from Mr. Moses Sandy. I see that he tried to put up a subtle defense for Mr. Amara Conan, who from all indication is in the business of making wide and unfounded allegation on social media, which is absolutely his right to do so. But then when you say it's your right to express your view, you should understand that you are not just an ordinary citizen. You are a sitting senator. And I like the way David put it. Every information regarding the fight against illicit drug, whether it is a 19 million case, whether it is the 117 million drugs, the legislature has been fully briefed. Even while they are on break, their relevant committees are being briefed. So Senator Conan, as a member of the Senate, has got all of the information that he needs as a senator. Now, any other thing you see him doing on social media is just in regard to what David said, that he tried to make a hero of himself as a result of this unfortunate situation, which is not in the interest of the country. When people try to politicize national crisis, then I term that as political opportunism. Because all this while we've been here, Mr. Kone is a member of the Senate. He's never been loud spoken as he is on the drug issue. Yes, okay, drug issue is a concern to everybody. But when you become loud about the drug issue, with the sole purpose of sending misinformation out to the public, for example, why he posted on Facebook this morning to say that only junior officials are being prosecuted, but big officials are being protected. That is absolutely a devilish lie. Okay, because all of the list of people that we, the public, have in our possession, right, that have been suspended, relief of the post, and charged, and subsequently sent to court, those are senior, top-notch security professionals. What would you say about the deputy NSA boss? Is he a patrolman? Is he now a senior government official? What would you say about the deputy director at the Ramos International Airport? What would you say about the LDA boss? What would you say about the deputy? Are these people not senior government official? So what is the point that Senator Kone is making? That because they have not arrested Daniel Sano yet, he said they have not arrested senior government official. So we are simply asking him, the names that he got in possession, he's a Liberian citizen, he's one of the leaders of the country, he's from the legislature. Let him please go to the authority that are investigating to get the names of the people there. He needs to help with the investigation, because when we treat matters of national emergency like this, then we are not helping the situation, David. Every time people want to take advantage of little situation in the country to make news, to show both, and to carry themselves as though they know everything. So this time around, we are simply asking Mr. Kone, look, the information you run it around on radio to say, oh, the government protecting people and there are senior people involved, come and give all that information. Because from all indication, as a senator, he has got the relevant information and the government has got nothing to hide. And let me say this just before I conclude. As a government, we are proud for the way we have handled this situation. It has not been under control. And those who try to play politics out of edge, you know that they got no basis. Because here we are. On Thursday, at the Ministry of Information Press briefing, we announced that serious U.S. security institutions are in the country. For example, the FBI, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency, the Homeland Security, and forensic investigators. They are all in the country as a request of President Boyka. They are here to aid the investigation, because our goal is not just to arrest. Our goal is to dismantle the cartel, because our country cannot be used as a transit point for transnational crime. And our friends in the international cycle see a fit to come and help us. They're helping us. They're on the ground here, right? And then a senator of the country is in the business of making unfounded claims about something he knows nothing about. If Senator Kone wants to join the investigator, he can come out and say, I want to join the investigators. But he cannot be in the business of making false claims on Facebook that's going to undermine the credibility of the investigation. That's a problem. So nobody is against his right to speak. It is his right. But that right comes with responsibility. And the same way he reserved that right to go on Facebook and publish lies and misinformation, there are other citizens who also reserve the right to respond to him. So nobody is fighting him. Nobody is silencing him. All we as a government is that nobody is going to use the social media space to misinform the population.
Okay. Before you go, Mr. Minister, before you go, recently, a few days ago, you made a statement against the saying you are reacting to the same, Bapuru County Senator Amara Conan, and you said that he needed to go to the mosque and pray and ask for repentance. And there were a lot of reactions and some condemnations, including some from former Bomi County Senator Sandra Johnson, who said, you were highly, wrong. You should have, in fact, mentioned about his religion. Do you take that back? Do you take that statement back, or you?
I do not intend to dignify anything for Mr. Sandra Johnson. I do not intend to dignify anything for him. But what you should understand is that what I said on the class reloaded is a matter of public information. It is available. If I know David Takwe is a Catholic, if I ask him to go to Cathedral on Broad Street to go pray for his sin, How am I attacking his relation? So people have to be intellectually strong to engage in the public discourse. I'm a Christian. If someone tell me, Donald, you gotta go to the church to pray for your sin, how is that insulting? So I have always resented every attempt by anybody to infuse religion and tribal sentiment to our politics. It got no place in our discourse. And that's why the senator was defeated face down, because he tried to hide behind religion to disseminate false information. And you could see the public reaction because nobody attacked him. I would never do so. And I would never encourage anybody to do so.
Okay.
The point here is, when I come out to make a claim about something that is happening in the country, especially so when I'm a senator, that claim, we do not take it lightly. So while we respect Senator Conan's right to say the thing he say on Facebook, I'm told that he abandoned a county and he on Facebook posting every day. That's good for him. But equally so, there are people who support the government. There are people who are independent Liberian citizens who reserve the right to respond to it. So when those people respond, you shouldn't try to whitewash the core issue of the debate and try to have some sentimental stuff. Nobody's going to give him an escape route. When we respond to Senator Conner, we respond to him based on the substantive issue. I just wrote a read journal to the lies he published in morning. Maybe you have to even go my page to highlight it for the sake of public clarity.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Deputy Minister Daniel Sandhu. Really appreciate your time in the program. Yes, Moses.
So I want to say something quickly.
Yes, he made direct, he made mention of you directly.
Yes, Deputy Minister Sandhu, are you hearing me?
I'm sure he's still monitoring the program.
Okay. So the Deputy Minister came out and stated that the information emanating from Senator Conner, he described such information as unfounded. I don't know his definition of the word unfounded. Conner has spoken to critical issues, and those issues have helped significantly with the ongoing investigation. When he and I would like for the Deputy Minister to help us understand that. When he said that Amara Conner helped in rigging the election in 2017 to ensure that George Weah became president, how can he validate that for us? Deputy Minister Sandhu, are you there? How can you validate that claim?
Moses Sandhu, just hold the line. I think the Deputy Minister is back. Mr. Minister, welcome back to the program.
Yes, I listened to Moses. He said, I should redefine why amounts to unfunded allegation with reference to the Facebook posting of Mr. Amara Conner. Moses Sandhu, you're a journalist. I'm not a journalist. You should know why on a unfunded allegation is something that has no basis in truth. It's just a malicious fabrication intended to misinform the public. And this is why we talk about misinformation and disinformation. There are people who are using the internet to the disadvantage of the citizenry. And Mr. Conner is one of those questions, because if you just get on the radio, you know very well that the government has arrested people, the government has prosecuted people, people are being arrested, the investigation still continuing, and you come out, you say that the government is protecting big fish. So who are the people that the government protecting? You don't name anybody, but you're just making allegations on the basis of creating doubt. So it's unfounded. You don't give me any basis of truth to say, oh, here is the high evidence I got to support it. When Martin Collins said he got evidence the DEA boss received a paper from somebody who is connected to the cartel, Martin Collins went beyond the accusation and proved it through documents and everything, video documentary. And that's how the DEA boss today, he had to take legal action, and later on he was dismissed by the president. So when people are making allegations, those allegations must come with clarity.
Okay.
Must come with facts, and not just to talk because Facebook is a place for free talking.
Okay.
The next point he made when he talk about alleged that Senator Conner rigged the election for Mr. Weah to become president. I don't know which planet Mr. Sandy was living on, but the record showed that the 2017 election was massively rigged. Massively rigged. And they said to us that Georgia won 14 counties. The very men who won 14 counties, while in opposition, you won power. And says that after you could not even win a single county, for sure strength. Okay? And so we know what happened. I'm a political person. I'm from the Liberty Party. I know what interplay. So it's an embarrassment for our country that people try to escape from their record. Now, today, Daniel Sanders is Deputy Minister for President Public Affairs. What I do in that position is my record. When I leave, that record lives for me. What the election Senator Amrakone did to plunge the country into the hands of Mr. Weah and reverse all of the gains that we made under the Sadiq administration, they have to be proud of the record and honor to it. Why do they get angry when you try to remind them to say that they brought a calamity, that George Weah brought in the country, they have to bring it up. Why do they get angry? Be proud of yourself.
Okay.
So I mean,
all right, Mr. Minister. Thank you, Mr. Minister. Thank you. We're not going to encourage the show just be between the both of you. And so, Mr. Minister, thank you very much. Maybe as the show progresses, whatever you want to respond to, you can call back.
Please make provision. I will come on your show on Thursday night.
Okay, no problem. We'll try to view you the platform.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Minister. You're listening to the Nighttime Heat, right here on Prime FM 105.5. Now, you wanted to come in quickly, Moses, and then we can go to the Anthony Lloyd in studio. Moses, let's hear from you.
Yeah, look, Daniel, this is what I would like to say. For the Deputy Minister to tell us that the claim he made that this man rigged the election to ensure that George Weah becomes president of the Republic of Liberia. And that is evidence-based, and without him pointing to the evidence, is that how our deputy minister, if that is how our deputy minister is going to defend the country, then I beg to differ. If Connor goes to court tomorrow, rigging an election is a felony. Can Donald Son prove that? It is unfortunate. Thank you.
Okay, let's read it. Before you came in, we've been trying to look at we've been discussing the verbal and exchanges between between the Bapulu County Senator and Amrakone and Mo Ali. I think you've been following. Let's hear your take on that quickly.
So yes, I follow when I was coming on my way from the hospital, and also I followed the discourse between Mo and the senator.
Mm.
But the problem that we've had, and I keep saying this thing, is that you see, when elements in a society think that they can use their government position, quote unquote, the Liberian Senate, and throw jabs at the executives, trying to show that they're the clean people and they're trying to unearth this, is dangerous. Yes, irrespective of what Senator Conner or Senator Snow believe about this whole drug issue, they are all part of the government. The Liberian Senate, the legislature, is a component of the government. So irrespective of what you say, and I've said it on this radio time without number, these senators have access to the executive. They have access to the president. If you have fundamental difference with the way things have been handled, you can go see the president. There will be no way in the world where Senator Conner will go to President Walker's office and he will be refused to see the president. But it sounds so ludicrous and it's so elementary and petty for a senator to think that he can use social media to get at people in the executive, start pointing fingers that why big hands have not been, arrested and this and that. They started this thing long ago, and I think we've talked about it countless times here. They went on one of our sister radio stations and were throwing jabs and even saying, the president family is linked and all kinds of things. That's not how you show leadership. That's not how you show leadership. If you have evidence that people are linked and they're not being called, Senator Conner, you are a sitting senator. you can call the Minister of Justice and say, look, we have this credible evidence that Sobor George, maybe God forbid, is the Minister of Defense. Sobor George is involved. These are the evidence. Then we're talking. But when you try to sit there and think you can use the pen and write and nobody's supposed to, come after you.
But is the senator, is he wrong?
He's 100%.
One minute.
Yes.
What is wrong with what he's trying to pen every time? He said, look, we are following the investigation. There are individuals we think because one thing the police, RG came up to say, look, some senior officers as well in government are part of this whole cartel. And the senator said, look, some of what he said, we need to know, or those individuals are making reference to, we need to know them. What is wrong with Senator?
So having
having
some senior of being indicted in this whole process, you have the head of the DEA, quote unquote, yes, those things are, alleged.
But Minister Sano,
you have the deputy for DEA, you have the deputy for NSA. So these are higher ups in government. So who is, look, what Senator Amara Kone and Senator Snow trying to push, they're trying to play the political cards. That there are people within certain cycle that the investigation is trying to shield. Quote unquote, some of them could be linked to the president and do as well. In fact, they even push until the president's son had to come up with a press statement because they're seeing people in the same cycle, trying to name people.
Even the dragging a foreign
politics.
The thing is,
they brought the credibility of the foreign minister all into this thing.
Yeah. One reason why the ordinary Liberians who want to give credence to what the senators are saying, they are high-profile people in government. Apparently, they know exactly what they are saying.
So what we're saying, if you're a high-profile person in government and you have evidence, there is nowhere Senator Kone or Senator Snow can say to us that they have submitted evidence to the Minister of Justice that this minister is involved in the Minister of Justice have not taken any stand to make sure to bring this to book. So everything they're doing is showmanship. Everything they're doing. And everything from the get-go of this whole drug saga, the Senate has been informed. First of all, these are national security issues. There's a committee in the House that comprises of senators that are on the National Security Committee. Things of this nature are discussed behind closed doors because sometimes they are very sensitive. You don't want for some of them to come out. But we have a legislator now that believe that everything is politics.
Momo Sarah is the chairman of that committee.
We believe that everything is so even national security issues, people want to come in the press and say it.
Okay, let me hold you there. Moses,
I just want. Okay. I just want. Yeah, go ahead.
Moses,
go ahead.
Let me go back to Mr. Pascal Davis quickly. Okay. Moses can come in.
Okay. I just wanted to say something quickly. And when I listened to my brother family, I was a little bit disturbed when I heard him say that the action by Senator Conan, Senator Snow, the White House speaking on these issues, according to him, as per his definition, is ludicrous. Telling that wait, Edwin, let me complete. You said what they are doing is ludicrous, as per your definition, implying what they are doing is stupid.
Very.
Do you think that how you should talk to a certain senator?
You the one saying the stupid because ludicrous means a lot. No. There's no way you define the word the way you want to define it.
Edwin.
Chief,
you are a lawyer.
I use the word like if you define whatever word. Go ahead.
No, Edwin. The both of us are communicators.
Go ahead, Chief.
Check the word ludicrous. The synonym for ludicrous is stupid. I'm not creating it.
If you want to define it that way,
no, I am not defining it. I'm giving you a synonym for the word ludicrous. It means stupid. So I'm saying that do you think it is the way to move forward that you refer to a certain senator are stupid? Do you think that's what we should do?
Moses Sandi. Senators,
Yeah, my brother. Go ahead.
senators are human beings.
I'm
If
not
they
saying that
behave-
they are not.
No. Listen, no, because you believe that they are beyond reproach.
So
Because they are senators, so they are beyond reproach.
Gentlemen, Moses, I just pull out more synonyms of the word ludicrous.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm reading here idiotic, laughable, nonsensical.
Okay, so
No.
so
You say laughable.
so why you want to use stupid? Why you want to use stupid in the word they call laughable?
Listen.
Why
Let
you
me tell
say
you.
Go ahead.
Let me say something. You know,
reasonable.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Edwin, let us not be. Yeah, listen to me. When something is nonsensical, it is stupid. When something is idiotic, it is stupid. When something is laughing,
You don't
Look,
use it in the way that
okay.
Yeah, 1 minute, Moses.
If I refer to your statement as nonsensical, I'm simply saying that you are being stupid.
no, that's not true. It means that it also means that it makes no sense.
The word. The word. Yeah, but please,
Dave, come
the word. No, it's something besides how he wants to use that word. The first thing is ludicrous. Yeah, I don't know which dictionary Moses is using. I'm sure that the same definition, but the definition is saying here is that ludicrous is an adjective that means so foolish, unreasonable, out of place. So why if formula is talking about unreasonable and out of place? Not stupid.
You know,
So why are you so stupid? No, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Gentlemen, we're about to transition.
Yeah.
Now we're about to transition. The crisis or the verbal exchange between Bakpuru County Senator and Mo Ali, I don't think it should be described as ludicrous.
that's my definition.
I agree. And I don't think it should be not the crisis, but the position taken by Senator Conan should not be described as ludicrous.
Ludicrous.
He's a national figure. He believes that the drug situation is a national situation, and if he's coming out to say, look, we think that the government is still shielding individuals. I don't think.
There's a point.
I don't think we should describe that as being ludicrous. But 1 minute before I come there, let's bring in Mr. Pascal Davis. Pascal, let's hear you.
Yeah, so thank you. So again, I've always said that the deputy minister really does not know his own TOR. I listened to him. Loosely he sounded. Who told you when you loquacious? When you are fond of talking, every time you talk, it means you make sense. He comes here and make narrative statement. He contradicts himself every day. And this is the problem with Daniel. He said, Amara gonna rig the election in 2017. So Moses asked his simple question: where are the evidence or the evidences? He said the public got the record. But somebody didn't ask him. He ran with it. He also said on the show that because Amara is a senator, the information had read to his doorstep. Because he didn't go for it, so he can speak. But the last time I checked, Sobo, I want to remind people, there are people sometimes with short memories. And Daniel fit in a category. Short memories is not an insult. You learn something today, you forget. Something happened here today, you forget tomorrow. Short memories. The last time I checked, Daniel was a member of the Liberty Party, still a member of the Liberty Party. Senator DeLong protested against George Weah as sitting senator. Nobly Kanga Lawrence protested against George Weah as assistant senator. Yeke Koloba, who supported the Unity Party, protesters against national government. They all were in the government as a certain lawmaker. Are you saying Dana Kuna Simba? Where is the country headed? No, Saba. I beg you. Saba?
Yes, go ahead.
Saba?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Oh, we're hearing you.
Go ahead.
I'm internet giving.
I think you have
Hello?
to go. I think you have to go.
I'm not getting. Okay, am I wrong?
Yes, you are on.
Oh, yeah. So you come here and you be talking with Amara. Let me say what Amara said. I'm concluding. Let me inform what he said.
1 minute.
Amara initially appreciated President Baka for appointing.
Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Okay, let me hold you there. We spoke about the deputy minister sense. I mean, he left the show, and I think you were off at the time. But the latest debate, or the debate we were on before you came on, had to do with Mr. Edwin Famule, who said that the position taken by Amra Conan and the likes of Edwin Snow and the rest of them who are questioning the government's handling of the narcotics investigation, it is ludicrous, according to him. So Moses tried pushing back on him by saying no, he can't say that the senator's positions are ludicrous, because there's nothing absolutely that they are saying wrong. So if you wish to speak on that or speak to that, we can allow you, so we can transition quickly.
Yeah. So I've always told you the guys from UP are not only intolerant, sometimes they just speak English. When something is ludicrous, what that simply means, it is funny, it is senseless, it is not something to condone. Ludicrous. The word is there. Go there and check it out. I don't have to go to dictionary, but that word is automatic. It is Daniel who is more ludicrous. If anybody in this country is ludicrous, who is more ludicrous than Daniel?
Let me hold you there. We'll have to transition quickly.
No, I'll have to respond.
1 minute. We'll have to transition quickly.
I'll have to respond to them
quickly.
First of all,
just 30 seconds. So
first of all, let me say this. I'm not a card-carrying member of any political party in this republic. And teach English language here. But however you guys want to put it, I do believe that the altercation of the senators on the drug issue is laughable and make no sense.
Okay.
As people who are in government, they should be able to handle these information, and they know the appropriate channels where to channel these things, rather than coming on Facebook and coming on public radio to make issues out of no issues. That's my point.
All right, let's
my point I want to say here is
quickly.
that
So
if Pascal Davis wants to remain on the show, let him not step in the shoes of Prince Crippler. Because Prince Crippler came on the show and brought out Unity Party CDC fight here. And that's how he's starting now. Everybody that thought as Unity Party people. If you bring that other argument here, you will run away from here. Because there's not small heat you will feel. Honestly, I'm not threatening you. Because when Prince Crippler came on the same matter of CDC Unity Party fight, we're not here as partisans. We are Liberians who are looking at issues realistically. Professional analysts. We're not doing it to satisfy anybody. You sit down here and say, Daniel Santos simply.
1 minute, please. 1 minute, he's still
Daniel Santos simply said, I'm calling is not doing well. He's undermining the ongoing investment. And I agree with him. The fact that he's a senator, he shouldn't be sounding like an ordinary person in the street. You say that the government is shielding the high-profile people. What's for the people that Daniel Santos name? People from the NSA, the Biago men we're talking about, and others that have been arrested or been investigated. Who are they? So you want President Bouaga name to be called?
Okay, let me hold you there.
No,
Mr.
that's absolutely baseless.
Mr. Sandy, your party comment on this.
Baseless.
Your party comment on this, Mr. Sandy. So
Yeah, but, my parting statement here is it is good that we all were able to reason together that the word ludicrous, it means idiotic, nonsensical, stupid. When
Unreasonable.
something is nonsensical, it means what? Stupid, unreasonable.
No, you're making a party
Okay,
comment.
Mose, go ahead. Mose, go ahead.
I said it. I said it is good that we all agree.
Mhm.
We all agree that when something is ludicrous, it means it is idiotic. Idiotic means foolish, stupid, nonsensical.
All right,
Thank you.
And Moses, the person that used the word, the person is a lawyer, so they know how to defend
your
themselves.
party comment too also on this, so that we can transition. Mr. Pascal Davis, your party comment on this. 30 seconds. Mr. Davis?
I may run away.
Okay. I think he gone off. His internet is giving.
The you people now.
Now, gentlemen, let's try to talk about this.
That's a video. Oh, go ahead, so but I think.
Okay, so let's try to talk about the visit of the vice president today. He paid a working visit to the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, and I think that was talking about, because in the the meeting held with the Minister of Finance and his team, the vice president was very impressed with the work being done by the Minister of Finance. But in addition, the Minister of Finance was able to talk about a couple of things that the ministry is doing and about to do, a couple of engagements. So let's listen to the tape and we'll talk about that briefly. And then later on, after which we'll talk about the former ambassador Kouyaté. Kouyaté made some startling revelations about the causation of the border dispute between Liberia and Guinea. We'll talk about that after the Ministry of Finance discussion. Let's hear it.
Honorable Jeremiah Pankun, I told the VIP, we had a brief chat, that my job as minister is like a choir director. And the choir sings the song. In the choir, we have people, some of whom sing we call the tune. And then we hear the song, beautiful symphony. But the job of a leader as a minister is to be a good choir director. And the people that sing the tune, that give us the bass, alto, they are all here. And I consider this our engine room, but there are people in the kitchen. So the vice president has come to see the people in our kitchen. And you are representing all the people in the kitchen. So we couldn't bring everyone in the kitchen here because even the janitors here are important for our delivery. So you have deputies, you have assistant ministers, you have technical focal points, but they are representing the larger ministry. So, Mr. Vice President, I want to say thanks for all the support you've been giving to us at the level of the cabinet. Because some of the things we achieve, we need support. Sometimes we will pass something, and so when we go to the cabinet, it supports us hugely. So without much ado, we want to say welcome to you again, and we will, maybe before you come in, ask members of the senior staff to introduce themselves. To have the chairman of the board of the National Port Authority here with us. The port worked with us on many things. They made a presentation at the level of the cabinet, and we're going to be discussing some other issues that relate to the presentation. So the chairman routinely passes by, and so I don't think he needs an introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Let me say good morning again to all of you. And I'm happy to be here this morning to commend you for the work you do. Like the last time in cabinet, I was telling Minister that, look, the Ministry of Finance is one of the most overloaded ministry. And so once you move one deputy here, when the minister send one of you somewhere to represent him, if you were to spend 1 or 2 days in our room, all the ministry agency will be calling. Because if you send the deputy for fiscal affairs, make checks and financial budget will be on hold. If you send the deputy minister for budget and me allotment, got issues, everybody will start calling. If you send the controller general, you also got issues. And so all the ministers here, and all of you technical people, assistant minister, we know the kind of work you do. You in the kitchen teaching, or there's the administrator is in the kitchen, and everybody got a pen standing in line, making sure you serve them. And so I want to thank you. The issue of salary is now very regular. In fact, somebody came to me, to my office, and said, "Oh, Chief, a lot of people made a mistake. They pay me in, I think, the month of June 2 times." And, because they just pay the end of June, then they pay before the 5th of July. I didn't know I had paid there. They were keep too soon, Chief, they put all the way around the 15th. And if they keep too soon, I feel easy the money about the 15, 20, I will buy my children 20. And it will have. So that's how much work you are doing. We want to say thank you. We need to do more. We need to do more because there are a lot of work to do in the country. Thank you, Mr.
That's the vice president was speaking. Earlier, you heard the minister of finance, and they spoke today when the vice president paid a working visit at the Ministry of Finance. Now, Dave, let's begin with you. I know you've followed administrations before, judging from the last 2-3 administrations. I stand to be corrected, Dave, but let's set the record straight. Did you see this happen in the previous time, where the vice president will leave his office and draft to the Ministry of Finance, especially the ministry that is turning the wheels of the economy? Did you see this happening?
Well, look, Sabbath, I remember when we were boys coming up during the Tobos region, when we were little boys coming up, we used to hear that presidents can pay unannounced visits to ministries and agencies. And that time, since that time, I didn't hear about that for a long time. I think Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did that before. He visited some ministries and agencies. Am I on? Then I'm on. So it's a good thing for national leaders to do, most especially the president and vice president, even down to the Speaker of the House. It's good to pay these kind of visits at the ministries and agencies to see what the people are doing there. It's also motivational that your boss has come to visit you to see what you're doing. I mean, to also rub shoulder with you and people that you work in the room. If you heard the vice president speaking about the issue of salary, I mean that he was acknowledging everybody in the room or having a part to play, a role to play, that they play their individual roles, and those roles they help to strengthen the finance minister himself, and in making the finance ministry, you know, to always be on time in terms of allotments, in terms of salaries, you know, in terms of salaries and other things. So
Sorry.
it was a very good visit. It was good interaction. I hope the vice president doesn't stop to the finance ministry. Even there's a need that the vice president or the president, they do this kind of periodical stops over at the ministries and agencies. It helps to, you know, give them, the ministers, give them that sense of belonging that somebody is watching.
Okay.
Anytime the president
All right.
walks
Thank you,
in.
Dave. Thank you. And let's hear you.
What your question? I've never seen it.
I've never.
Yes, I've never witnessed it. Not during the Madam Salif time or even the President Weah's time, one President Weah. But what it shows pragmatic leadership, and it shows that Gafwan and others have been able to actually steer the wheels of our economy effectively. This is not just the vice president. Just at the cabinet meeting, I think a week ago, the president also showered a lot of praises on the Ministry of Finance, looking at what they do, making sure that monies are allotted for programs and stuff in the country. So the vice president visit just speaks a lot that indeed the people who are staying the affairs of our country, they appreciate what the other people are doing, and they want to build that more responsible relationship. So if you see the vice president leave his office, driving to come and sit with the minister and have tete-a-tete, and I will borrow from Dave, I think that should continue to the Ministry of Public Works, to all of these entities that actually these with the governance architecture of our country. Mind you, the vice president sits in the Senate as the president of the Liberian Senate. So sometimes their engagement with these institutions, they will sometimes try to understand what are the bureaucracy, what are some of the challenges. And Minister Gafwan was very emphatic today. He explained everything. He said, look, these are the people that are in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, these are the people that are actually doing the work. So when the vice president goes back to the Senate, definitely he will have to give some report to his to the senators and say, look, we met these people. These are some of the challenges. This is how we need to do. Because even when you go into the building there, you see there are still small challenges that needs to be, you know, built up like structural wise or so.
Okay. Thank you, Moses. Thank you, Edwin. Moses, let's hear your thoughts on the vice president working visit today at the Ministry of Finance.
Well, like my colleagues have said, I think it is something that we all should welcome. You know, that's what we call showing gratitude. When people do well, you acknowledge what they do and say thank you. When you do that, that reinforces positive behavior. If you say, well, someone cares, someone appreciates what I do, and they will continue to do more. Even in our personal lives, when the kids are doing well in school, they're doing the chores, you should do likewise. If you go back into the history of Liberia, I can still remember the late Samuel Doe used to do similar thing. Sometimes he made calls, you know, at government ministries where he talked to people, cabinet ministers and other executives. And, you know, that helped him to have an insight regarding what those people were doing. And he also applauded them. So that is not unique to this administration. Before this administration, others did. And I would like to encourage the president. I would like to encourage the vice president to do likewise. Don't remember now. Don't forget Friday. President Joseph Yuma Boaka was at the Ministry of Information. He went there to tell Mr. Jerry Limepia, thank you for what he and his people are doing at the Ministry of Information. So I think we should encourage our national leaders to continue to do this. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Moses. I don't know what Pascal Davis is on. Pascal, are you on? Let's hear your thoughts. Okay. I think it's off. And let me say this before we can transition quickly. Yes, it's true. I haven't seen for a certain vice president to leave his office to go to see the Minister of Finance. And I think that's commendable. And the fact also that he was able to meet the minister and his team, that shows gratitude, and also that will inspire them to do more of what they are doing. So I think this is the first time, all my life I will live, I haven't seen a vice president, sitting vice president going to see the minister of finance. And this is good. I can remember, sometimes some of our leaders, you even invite them, they don't even show up. The president, the vice president, they don't even show up. Least to mention paying an unannounced visit. And I think, let's give it on the back of the vice president and also the minister of finance, for that sort of, engagement today. I watched the entire, visit of the vice president. I think that was quite commendable. Now, gentlemen, let's try to transition quickly to a story regarding or involving the former president, the former ambassador, Ambassador Kuyate, who appeared to the local station and provided what he called what is believed to be a startling revelation about the causation of the border crisis. So let us hear from Kuyate quickly when he appeared on the local station.
Joint Security Commander briefed us when we were seated there. In that meeting was a representation of the Ministry of Justice. The Assistant Minister for Correction was there. During that meeting, there was an Assistant Minister for Defense who was there. The Chief of Staff of the Army was there. The Minister of Internal Affairs, now local government, was there. We had other people also from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We had the Ambassador Pearson, who also was there. And the gentleman was very clear that we were instructed by the commissioner to move our flag from where it had been to this location. And when he did that presentation, I was very clear. Immediately, I said to the Minister of Internal Affairs,
who the gentleman said it?
The gentleman who said it was a Joint Security Commander. So I immediately asked him, who ordered you to take the flag from where it had been to a new location by the riverside here? And he said, the commissioner. Immediately,
that is the commissioner from their
side.
The
Guinean
side. Okay.
No, from Liberia side. It was a Liberia Joint Security Commander who took Liberia flag from where the flag had been for the past 30, 40 years.
And move it closer to the water.
And I asked the question in front of the Internal Affairs Minister, in front of the Chief of Staff of the Army, in front of the representation of the Ministry of Justice, in front of the representation of the Ministry of National Defense.
No, Shaq, take it easy. This is
serious.
Yeah, and this is my first time hearing this one.
And I asked the gentleman, who sent you? And he said, the person who ordered me is the commissioner. So right there, I said to the minister, I said, Minister? He said, yes. I said, are you aware that the commissioner, did you give any order to the commissioner to this? The superintendent there said, Ambassador, please, we'll talk about this, but we are not here to talk about that now. They cut it off. When we crossed the border to Guinea, is where I got the full story. When we got to Guinea Minister of Administration and Territorial stated to us, before we go into any discussion, take your flag from where you have placed it now and carry it back to where it had been for the past 50 years. Then our Minister of our Internal Affairs said to him that you should know that today we have a president who is also a Kisi, and when you look across the road on the side is Kisi, on that side is Kisi, so there's no differences between the two countries. And the minister was very clear. He said to us, there was President Doe, there were Taylor, there were Ellen, there were George Weah, and other past leaders. But why none of them took your flag from where it had been and brought it at the front here? It is only you. When that happened after the meeting, we came back. We were told to relocate the flag back to where it was before we had any other discussion. The only request that the minister asked all that day to make to the Guinean authority was to return the equipment that was taken from them by the waterside. And the minister said, if the equipment are for mining, we will not turn it back to you. But if the equipment are only for sand, to get sand to your side, we will turn it back. We will investigate. We will ask our geologists to verify it. And afterward, we'll get back to you. So we crossed back to Liberia. When we got to Liberia, the minister spoke in Kisi. He addressed the people in the community in Kisi, which was very clear that many of them could not understand English. And I had no issue with that. So when he addressed them, and we left the flag to where it was planted, newly. When we left from there, going back, we slept in Foya.
So before we make progress, that where the flag was, where it was.
Let's end it there. Now, gentlemen, Sheikh Kuyateh has been an insider. And like you said, he was part of the delegation that went to see the Guinean authorities. And our commissioner or whoever reported to the delegation, that he placed the flag or relocated the flag on the orders of the Minister of Internal Affairs. This just shows if what he's saying is something to go by. It points to the reason for which today we have this border crisis. Dave, let's hear you.
The first I'm wondering whether Sheikh Kuyateh is a spokesperson of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. You were on the team of, I don't know whether you were invited by the minister to be on the team. And I'm wondering whether he's here.
Does he have to be?
No, Saba, please give me a chance.
No,
give me a chance. You're not going to distract me on the one. No, Saba, as far as I'm concerned, if the Minister of Internal Affairs led, or how they call it, local government led a delegation on which Sheikh Kuyateh was part of that delegation, on returning to the country Liberia from that border, returning to Central Monrovia, it should be the Internal Affairs Minister that should be reporting, not Kuyateh. It should be the Minister of Local Government.
Why if the Minister of Local Government has refused to speak on this? Does it forbid Kuyateh from giving this startling revelation?
Saba, as far as I'm concerned, Kuyateh on his own.
So you don't believe what Kuyateh said? So you don't believe what Kuyateh said?
That has to be confirmed by the Minister of Internal Affairs or the local government. Kuyateh is not a spokesperson of the Minister of the local government.
Let's hear you, Edwin.
Well, I've always had fundamental differences with Minister Francis Njumali, and I believe the way he carried himself, the way he tried to ascribe authority to himself, he has to come down. And I think these are some of the issues where today, his name is again popping up. We've seen the arrogant display of authority by this minister. And I have raised that here before. He even drive now with convoy, running all over the place. A man who couldn't even win a district in his county today, he's driving with convoy, with security. However, there are challenges in our governance structure, and this is one of them. How did we even end up with people that Kuyateh them in a closed cycle of such important national security discussions? Some of these things, when you hear the word message, these are classified. I'm coming now.
No, what is wrong with that?
No.
Give the man chance.
I'm coming now. When you hear
you were serving as ambassador at the time.
When you hear the word man telling you classify information, it means that certain things that remains on the chest of those who hear it until that crisis can be solved. And then they come out and say, we declassify this information or so. Whatever it is, the Ebola crisis at Solomba is still something that has been discussed behind the scene, back and forth. We still have not yet getting a total resolution of that problem, because as we speak, we still have Guinean soldiers on our soil. Whether where the flag were 50 years ago, 30 years ago, the fact that we have a river sharing, a river between our two countries, that river serves as the boundary. So whoever is on the other side, your authorities start on your soil. Once you cross from your side to come and plant your flag on another person's soil, that's an infringement of our territorial integrity. You can't do that. Irrespective of what have happened, the discussions that were held there, those discussions, some of those discussions should remain tight-lipped until we can get to the bottom of this. But he coming up now speaking, I'm very sure he will soon talk about the meeting that was held in Guinea between President Boakai and President Doumbouya and everybody, because I think he was at that meeting. So these are the challenges we face in our governance structure. We just take people because of party politics, and and come, you go there. What is his specialization in conflict management? What does he understand?
So
about
in another word, you are saying that because Sheikh Kuyateh is now coming up, or Sheikh Kuyateh is now coming up.
It could
with,
fuse the tension.
One minute.
Yes.
With the concession of the problem at the border. So he was a wrong pick by the president. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying, it could fuse this disco more and fuse the tension.
No. You said about the governor.
No, of course, it's a wrong pick.
Okay, let me hold you there.
It's a wrong pick.
Moses, let's hear from you regarding Kuyateh's latest revelation.
What I can say is that, and just to piggyback on what Mr. Famula said, I think this revelation is very troubling. Very, very troubling for the government. Kuyateh was ambassador at large. So that made him qualified to be a part of such delegation. They made a report according to Kuyateh. He refused to sign the report because there are certain things that contain in that report that he disagree with. And again, like Mr. Famula said, to see the Minister of Internal Affairs being in the middle of the accusation that he gave the authorization for somebody to move that flag from one location to another. I think that's troubling, and I think the president has to speak to this. They have to correct to this, because a lot of people would believe what this guy is saying. That's my personal thinking to it. A lot of people are going to believe him. Yeah. So I know, guys, don't be leaving you, but let me listen briefly.
Yeah, surely. He said a lot of.
Is it not the same Kuyateh that was reckless in the comments somewhere outside the country and was dismissed on the basis of that? What moral ground does he have now to be talking? I think I want to partially agree with Edwin regarding the way maybe Newmale, maybe the minister Newmale allowed him. But the first thing is that, look, Sober, the first thing is that Newmale led the delegation, according to Kuyateh. Every story has two sides. Is Kuyateh we hear Kuyateh could be coming up publicly to show that the people dismissing were still working for them, or are still, being respected by the government. Yeah, government does not disrespect him. Government respects him. But if you accompany the Minister of Local Government to the border area and you people are returned to the country, who should be talking for the government? Who should be making a report? Is it Kuyateh? Is it Kuyateh should be making such a report? No. I said no. It should be the Minister of Local Government speaking, or if somebody designated by the local government. I don't think that the Minister of Local Government designated Kuyateh to come on the radio to start explaining the first.
So
thing,
the fact.
let me lay on the one.
1 minute. 1 minute. So it is wrong for Kuyateh to have spoken on this?
Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong, because he's not a spokesperson of the local government. That's the first thing. The other thing again is that, look, I even wondering how he got on the delegation. Because the first thing is that this matter is being handled diplomatically by the government of Liberia. And as someone said, there are discussions still going on behind the scene to see how the matter can be amicably resolved. But you carry a wild mouth Kuyateh to the border and he come, He started making his own report on the radio. Does he have to come on radio? Why shouldn't he have gone to the appropriate?
Are you concerned? Let me ask
No,
this
yeah,
question.
yeah, ask me.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Ask me.
Are we concerned about the messenger, or are we concerned about the substance of the message?
I don't see any substance in take.
The man is telling you exactly what had transpired.
We haven't heard from
that,
it.
that you don't know about.
We haven't heard from
he
it.
was part of
But
the delegation.
Sabo, what I do know?
He was part of the delegation. He went to the meeting and he heard and saw exactly what happened, and he decided to bring it up to the Labrador people. So are you concerned about what he's saying?
Doesn't
or
make,
you concerned about the messenger?
Sabo, doesn't make sense. You accompany the Minister of Internal Affairs, local government call you to be on the delegation. If what we're hearing is something to go by, if it is true that he was invited on the delegation by the Minister of Local Government, is he the one that's supposed to come and make report and come get on radio?
Since that meeting, have you heard of local government saying
not because,
have you heard that?
No, but Sabo.
Did you know?
No.
1 minute. 1 minute.
So you expect the local government and the local minister of government to just start reacting to Kuyate? I think you were on the radio today.
No, 1 minute.
Was it today?
I'm asking the question. Since the return from that meeting, do you know how long now? And has the minister of local government spoken on the outcome of the meeting?
You see that, Sabo. I don't know the reason why you're asking the question. The first thing, if the local government minister returns from the border area, the local government minister have bosses that he should be reporting to. It doesn't have to come on radio like Kuyate did. The local government minister doesn't have to come on radio, such a sensitive security matter, and come on the radio and go jump on a local radio station to be talking what they saw, what it is here. Yes. No, I disagree with that.
Okay,
I disagree with that.
I'm about to step away, but let me just say something quickly, please.
Government reporting to the country now.
So you are concerned about you're not concerned about the substance of what he's saying.
I'm not concerned.
But your anger is against.
No, this is not anger.
I'm telling you. I beg you, let me just say something quickly so I can step away.
I'm disagreeing with him.
No, you did. You
disagree.
Spokesperson. 1 minute.
He's not a spokesperson of local government.
Not because he's not a spokesperson.
He's not a spokesperson.
But you are unhappy with him because he's telling you the genesis, the reason for which we have the crisis at the border. That's the reason why you're unhappy with him.
Someone, I know you agree with him, but I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him.
I don't agree with him. You don't know what I agree with him or not. Let's hear from you.
I don't agree with him. He's not a spokesperson.
So what I want to say here is that what Kuyate reported has put the government in a situation that the government has to speak to this. The government is now on obligation to set the record straight. They either tell the people of Liberia that Kuyate is lying or not. But if the government doesn't say anything, then what Kuyate has already put in the public domain will prevail. And the optics will not be good for the government. That's my personal position on this. And let me say thank you. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. Yeah.
Thank you, Sandy. Before you come in, let me try to bring in Pascal. Pascal has been going on and off. Let me try to bring in quickly. Pascal, we are discussing Chief Kuyate's.
That man going by.
No, the man should be on. Pascal, are you on? The man's internet is giving problems.
You know, you asked a very good question whether we are concerned about the messenger or the substance
of the message.
Both of them should be concerning. You know, let's be very realistic here. When you are in,
and David Tagbo doesn't see it that way.
When you are in a conflict,
I have a different opinion, my brother.
When you are in a conflict, when you are trying to solve a conflict, one side of the coins who's supposed to be part of that conflict cannot be the one giving the opponent all of the ammunition to fight you back. And this is what this former government official is doing. Let's be very candid. What he has said here tonight, if I was sitting in Guinea as an authority, I don't care what discussion Liberia bring on the table. I would tell you, I say, but your own people said 30, 40 years ago, your flag was here. Why you move your flag to bring it here? That shows that you the one who trying to infringe on our property. You know, and these things has consequence. That's why I say sometimes the people you bring around in the governance cycle, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful who you bring, how trained they are, what can. In fact, people have to be orientated. There are certain things that are of security importance that is not just sitting out there. Even if you're outside of government, you swore to an oath that there are certain things you will not say. I worked for the National Security Agency before. I swore to an oath, and there are some things that I've saw at the NSA. I will not say until I go to my grave. I will carry to my grave because that's all that you take. We've trained for it. But you just take all kind of people, put them around the president, they go here, anything they see. And this is the main cause today that there are things.
But those are people who,
these are the things today.
Who campaign for the president.
So
what is wrong? What is wrong including them in the government?
That's not everybody who campaign. No, I've been saying that thing from day one. From the day the Sheikh Kuyateh thing came out when he went to Europe and said that his stuff, he came back. I said that this guy was a disaster.
It was a disaster. Okay, gentlemen, let's try quickly to transition. Like we said, it's the rainy season, so between 10:05 we should be shutting down. But let's talk about this quickly. There has been this debate regarding our president going out to dedicate a latrine. There are individuals, there's been mixed reactions. There are people who think that the president shouldn't have. That was far beyond his status as president of the country. Apparently, he should have maybe sent the city mayor or some official of his government. But for the president to have gone to dedicate a latrine, I think that was below the belt. But let's see this video, and then I get your take on that.
And thank God that you're doing it for us. The toilet, thank you also to put the kind of modern toilet down for us. That we the country people. But we are the market here. Please. I think they can toilet it belongs to us. So at least some of other people with that. So I was so okay when we use they kind of place it. Sorry to say so, Jim. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Gentlemen, that's it. That's a short video of some of the marketers trying to thank the president for going out there to dedicate the project or to dedicate that latrine. But there are critics who think that the president went far below the belt. It's not a project that this government can boast about. And secondly, they think that the president, by right, should have either sent the Monrovia, city mayor, or maybe one of his officials of government, then for the president himself to go to dedicate that. What you said?
The first thing, look, it sounds like the latrine is a low-key project that how people see it. So the president shouldn't have gone there, and that they are entitled to their views. But the first thing is that sometimes it's not necessary or just going there to dedicate a latrine. Sometimes these presidents, they go to the kind of places to maybe to dedicate such petty projects because maybe they just want to identify with the people too. They want to make their presence because these are people that must have not seen Joseph Boakai or come close to him for a long time since he took office. So he thought it was in my view, he must have thought that it was the opportunity to go and interact with them. It's not necessary that he didn't have to send, or he should have sent the city mayor or the minister of maybe public works to go dedicate it. But he decided, look, though it's a low-key project.
Is it the first time that the president has interacted with these people?
Whether it's not the first time, it's the first time the president decides which project to dedicate himself and which project.
Is that a project? Do you see
It's a latrine. It's now a project. You want to be, if you want the president to be a skyscraper of latrine before?
So you agree with the president?
I agree with the president going. He has a reason to go in there to dedicate it.
So I hope Pascal David is listening, because I will say this for the very first time. I voted for this president. My entire family, everybody supported this president. But I think this was far below the belt. Let's be realistic.
I disagree with you, family.
Yeah,
I disagree with you on that. I disagree with you and Sabah.
Please,
if the president who decides,
I'm not taking a position.
No, I disagree. I disagree with
Don't say you and Sabah.
It's the president who decides which project to dedicate.
It's not you. But David, let him speak.
Okay.
What I'm saying, the handlers of the president, this was far below the belt. Lido, let's be realistic here.
I know you're trying to get an approbation of the military.
The president lived at rehab.
Yeah, why?
The project is around the same rehab end. If the president want to see his people on a Saturday, he can walk with the security people in there and go speak to his people and go back. Look, the presidency of the country is the highest seat in the land. You don't bring it down to that level. If Nokai built toilet facility, if they want to dedicate it, the board chairman of Nokai and the Moreover City or the Peaceville City Corporation would have gone there. Not project for the president. Look, let's just pick it back. If this was George Weah today, the United Party will be all on Facebook writing. Now the president.
That's assumption that you're assuming.
No, please 1 minute.
Chief,
please 1 minute.
Over here, we'll see all kind of writing on the internet. Oh, the president is less busy. He ain't got nothing to do. He's doing this and that. Let's speak true to where it is. We all love this president. We all campaign for this president. We all want him to be able to succeed. But I think there are certain things the president should look at and say, look, I'm not going there. You'll get one of these deputy or people to go there and dedicate it. There are a lot of important things that are happening here. Look, I was just saying today to myself when I was driving along the Todman Boulevard where they put in all those overhead pass.
Yeah.
Do you know the news that we carry if President Boakai just get in his short trousers one Saturday and just drive to that place and get out from the car, just walk around and see the level of work that's going on there? These are things the president can do that it go wild. But do you know the feedback that you're going to get for people to see that your president went to go dedicate a latrine outside of Liberia? Do you know what people are going to say about it? Look, let's be serious. We are the oldest republic.
But let me ask you now, is it the first time that the president has dedicated such a low-key
The last time when the president went to turn all this on the street light on the Rafi Highway, I said the same thing on the radio here. I work for LEC, but I don't think those are things that president should be going. President should be getting in a convoy to go and dedicate those kind of things. Those things should be done by the Minister of Public Works, the Moreover City Corporation, and people also. These are low-key things. And the reason for that, you don't see other presidents within your sub-region doing those things. You will never see John Mahama getting in a convoy to go dedicate latrine. You will not see Mada Bioraya getting in a convoy to go dedicate latrine. No. They leave it with the lower people.
So now, I will take a position on that as well. Let's see.
But I wouldn't know your position.
I wouldn't know your position.
You know,
you don't know my position.
You know that what happens. You know that what happens when you have. That what happens.
Please let me hear you.
I ain't hearing me now. Look, give me a chance.
Go ahead quickly.
That what happens when you have a humble president who is not big-hearted. Yeah, because I can family compare the man with John Mahama. Then they big-hearted. They don't want to bring. They don't want to go dedicate you kind of small thing. But Joseph Boakai is dedicating a latrine, and he knows why he did go there himself. He did not send anybody. He knows why he go there, or he went there to dedicate that.
And do you know the reason?
You think when
and do you know the reason?
All Joseph Boakai long years in power in government, you think he doesn't know why he had to go dedicate that latrine? He knows that. And I told you that perhaps the president wanted to rub shoulders with the ordinary people who are going to benefit from that toilet, that latrine. So what does it? What does it?
What to rub shoulders with people?
No, yeah. Well, that's another way of rubbing shoulders with people. No, if you disagree, I disagree with you. That's my view on that.
All right, that was thank you.
Someone, you don't have to say a view because I wouldn't know.
That way, please.
I wouldn't know your view.
Open it line.
Yeah.
I think my disappointment is with the handlers of the president. It's not the president.
Not the president.
Those who are handling the president. How do you take our president Yeah, I know the lines are open. I will shortly take some calls because the lines are.
Is there anything in our
One
constitution
minute,
that forbids a president from dedicating a latrine?
Oh,
Is there
Dave,
anything
Dave,
in our
lay your
constitution
point.
that
Dave,
forbids
lay
a
your
president
point.
for dedicating
All
a
right,
latrine?
you don't want me to speak. Let me take.
No, because I know your point over there. Why should I allow you to talk?
Point.
I know your point.
Let me take the calls. Let's hear you. Your name.
Come on, how you doing? This is Lasana Science for this is 17.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, man. You eat all the time, so you will not get. Let me start from the beginning.
Yeah, 10 minutes to come on.
What all Daniel Fano say about breaking our election 2017 is 100% correct.
All right.
Yes. These are my vision.
Fact check people talking now.
Joyce Money, we are told the Nigerian people when he win, they will persecute any government official because they were looting our country. Our country was compromised and carried over to George Weah because they were effort of persecution by Amara Koneden. This is why they gave our country to George Manning Weah. Tell me something. You are not in power. You are opposition. You win 14 counties. You became president of the country. You went for 6 good years in power. You got everything under your control. You have finance. You got the security, everything. You that win 14 counties, you're not able to win 2 counties. Our country, our election was rigged 2017 by Amara Koneden. Then let me end it this way now. Amara Koneden, the man as senator, if they got somebody named, for example, Minister Lasana Sayo, that involved in drugs cartel, why they can't carry the information to the security, the investigators? He should get outside and honor the investigation. That meant he's not a good man. But let me tell you something. The work Daniel Fano they are doing, maybe the educated people are not seeing it.
Okay.
We the voters, we will vote them.
Okay.
Vote them 100%.
All right. Thank you. 086 0505 07. That's the number to call. That's the Lone Star line. 086 050507 or 0778 460 793. Again, 0778 460 793. That's the number to call, and you are live. Let's take this caller quickly. Your name?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Kingston Bennett.
Okay, let's hear you.
Calling from First World, Louisiana.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, I will start with the last topic. We are in the 21st century. Our president will go to me and know what people want. 21st century, the only problem is to Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to Senator Bonner and Senator Snow. It's a party that both of them will be carrying both. Not as senator, they have oversight responsibility. Look, it's just issue here. Let me see that you're in the without saying and I've passed through the wall. There's just issue. If that one government think they just to do something, I know one person will expose it. They do not turn on the house. If they do not turn on president, the senator can say that part of empowerment. Here, every so. Why the oversight? When I go to check. And maybe our chef was saying that if you do laughable, some guys were saying the word laughable and I have English. That is global, what I check.
Someone,
Hello?
I think he's done.
Okay, I think you're on the line. 086 050507. Again, 086 050507 or 0778 460 793. That's the number to call. Again, 0778 460 793. That's the number to call, and you are live on the program tonight on the Nighttime Heat. Let's hear you.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm James Corey. I call you from UNDRA.
Let's hear you, Mr. Colley.
Yeah, I'm listening to a lot of people making fun out of the issue of this latrine. And a sound manner Liberian who know the mounting challenges that we have in this country. One of it is latrine problem. It's a very big problem in this country that almost 65% of our population is faced with.
So when somebody from the diaspora try to initiate this kind of opportunity for the people, the commoner, in which this is not just going to be about Monrovia City. I learned that it's going to be all over in the 15 capitals of very modern toilet to address this huge challenge that we have when it comes to toilet. You see, that's why people like Honorable Yeke, despite his funny way of behaving, but you can see the common people in him. When the toilet issue came out, it was the first time he ever declared to tell the president, thank you. Because he knows exactly what that man, what that layman who cannot afford to build a home with those facilities.
Okay.
He knows what they're going through. So he told the president, I have been disagreeing with you, but this one, thank you. So the president had gone down there to demonstrate appreciation and gratitude to those diaspora who want to address the kind of huge problem that we're going through in this country.
Okay.
Those who see John Mahama cannot do you know what all John Mahama can delegate here?
Okay, let's get another call on the line. I think you already completed. Let's hear your name and where you calling from.
Thank you, Sobo, and thank you to the panelists. My name is Sekou, and I'm a member of Unity Party Intellectual Bureau.
Okay.
I'm in J tonight.
Okay.
So let me say that I agree with David Dagbe 100%. Look, once Sheikh was in a system, why in our thought the thing, why he just talking? And the thing is security matter. So we know the anger of frustration because he lost a job, and that job he was saying not taking pay. So you lost the job, you come in today, you come in and you say they're happy that they're, well, let me lead that, but let me talk about Ama Kone and that or Senator Kone and that or Dano Sano. Mr. Sobo Amo Madingo man, Tua Manungo be Muslim by religion. But if I hear most of our brother there, Manungo brother for the angle of CDC, try to put this and put it into religion, making it look like Daniel Sanotos bar against our religion. No. You know, Senator Connor was more disrespectful to the president than Daniel Sano. Daniel Sano do not, if someone they say go in a mosque or go to church, for what they saw that in that. For me, the Liberia will be our party, my loving Liberia is more than the tribe. Beyond the tribe, beyond religion. I'm very, very respectful to the president. You can't say, we all know the man is aging, right? We know all the man is aging, but you say the man can't think independently. Eh? So, someone that will tell you, calling the man, the other man say the man is on scale circumference to the aging president. For God's sake, they are all no brother for CDC and go the one police that say.
Okay, let's get the call in the line quickly. Let's hear you. Pascal, hold the line. We'll talk to you. Let's take this caller. Let's hear you quickly.
Good evening, Mr. Joy.
Yes, sir.
Let me say good evening to your panelists, Mr. Famule and Mr.
Tabe,
and also
Moses Sandy, and the rest of them.
The rest of them. Manisa, are you by the command, me picking family, and I call you from around the Kawa area, my mother, you know, the party in that lecture. You know, let me say this. I want to commend Mr. Famule when he said, it's a privilege to be honest with you, to even be around the president, to get information around the president. It is not your right. So I myself, when I listen to Mr. Mustafa Kuyatela, and according to him, he said on that particular show that if the foreign affairs minister or the internal affairs minister did not come out to speak, you are going to speak to that. It does not do yourself well. If you want to be advocacy, to be honest with you, Mr. George, can't be an advocate, but you can take oath to protect certain things in the country. And then because they take it for in government, then you want to come out and say, I told them that if they not speak, I will come out and speak. who authorized you, Mr. Mustafa Al Kuyate.
Okay.
So, you know, in Jeb coming out to take for a field, they were saying, yeah, like drop Palan to take for a field.
Okay, thank you. You made your point. Thank you, made your point. Let's take another call on the line quickly. Let's hear you quickly, Pascal.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm so disappointed. I have to leave the show, prematurely. So my apologies. I tried doing the double, so coming every time I'm in. I mean, the fluctuation is just very consistent. So I want to apologize. We hope we can do it much better on tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Let me take another call on the line. Thank you very much. Let me take this. I'll take 2 more calls and then wrap it up quickly. Let's hear you.
Yes, good evening, Sabo and the other panelists.
Mm-hmm.
Sabo, I beg that you people really add value to this show continuously because many people of the highest, horizon of knowledge are really listening to your show. Mm-hmm. The issue about ludicrous, really, I was taking it back. How can somebody just want to assign a single word to the meaning of a word? What has a lot of meanings. So you cannot say because you feel that you are, I don't know how to tell me, an encyclopedia or why you say this word must mean this. We are all human beings, like someone said. We make mistakes. It's not because you are senator or you are judge or you are whatever it means, you are an angelic being. The word ludicrous, it has lots of meaning. And somebody uses it, and also someone said that there are connotations. There are meaning that comes based on connotation. So let's understand this. And also, people must come to this particular platform with objectivity. Not on the basis of being sentimental and also party alignment.
Okay.
There are many people who are listening to this show who want to learn and acquire, things from this country so as to be led in the rightful trajectory.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. We'll take one more call and we'll call it quickly. 0778 460 793. Okay, the caller is on the line already. Let's take this caller. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening, Sabo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm Andy Johnson calling from Riyadh.
Let's hear you, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, okay. I'm disappointed, rather. For people to say the president want to mingle with citizens, that is why he went to dedicate a latrine. I will do my research for Joseph Dickens Rabba to our president here that we have now. No president ever done that. The last time the president went to dedicate buses again, NTA buses. You are going all in the buses and people are condemning it, the same thing. This guy will be there and they will hear to say the president was right. And tomorrow they will say, oh, we have the president. You know what? Because it might be a same thing. When people were alive, he said, oh, we don't advise. That's what they will say tomorrow. I mean, the president has major project that he can dedicate. The president can meet with the marketeers, he can go there and talk to them, talk to them. Even the people that are in America that did the project, there's a way that he can talk to them, he can thank them. He can go to dedicate there are people around. So another thing, when Kuyate said why he saw there when he said it, people they got annoyed. It better you tell the truth than to lie to the people. Because if you lie when catch up with you, they support the EU. So, the representative said, I think he was taken from his post. Up to now, this return is vacant. You see, now, Kata is saying the same thing. We lost the territory, we lost that piece of land.
Okay, let me take this last one. I'm not going to take additional calls no more. Let's hear you.
Yes, Sawa.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm okay.
I'm Joseph Fremont. I join you from Broadway and this evening.
Let's hear you, Mr. Fremont.
Thank you. The issue here with Honorable Kuyate, I think he need to be very mindful how he speak, because you need to be more listening than talking, because talking will not help. Because what happened, you was in your day job, and what have you just talking? Did somebody force you to go on radio to just talk? No, you don't do this thing. So yesterday you were out of your job. Then today you're coming back to say why you passed through. Whatsoever. Maybe very soon again, out of the trade the president carrying on, you will start coming up to say what the people discuss there, to start revealing it, even the one that confidential, and bringing it up. And people will come on the radio, they want to back in, they want to defend in the process only because they are very desperate to come to power. Let us stop doing a bureau like that.
Okay, all right, thank you. The last caller. I always say last. Let's hear you quickly.
You'll be calling last.
No, I'm not going to call it
That's
last.
the 10 last. Oh.
Let's hear you.
Good evening, my friend and brother.
Yes, sir.
This is Joe Mamakisima joining you from Broadville.
Okay.
I'm so much privileged to join this platform this evening, and I want to tell you thank you and greetings to all of the panelists. My point here this evening is that realistically, this country, the citizens of this country, have expected a lot from the president, His Excellency Joseph Imabwaka. To go and delegate a latrine is another history that he has set, and I don't want him to be of such because I see him that he is actually eating or going low to what we expect. We want to see more development for him, as they say in their messages during the time of the campaign. Lastly, to the issue of Amakone point. Amakone has the right to say what he said because government is proving to us or showing things to us that they have some plan within their closet. So for such information to be on the media, especially social media of Facebook and what have you, is necessary because that is the widest platform that people now are joining in Liberia, even in the villages.
Okay.
So for that to be said there, it is necessary.
Okay,
So
many
we
thanks.
very choices when it comes to voice
Okay.
on this platform.
Thank you. Made the point. Dave, your parting comment.
My parting comments. Look, you know, it is very strange to Liberians, many Liberians, that a president will come and go dedicate a well or a latrine. Because some people making reference to since J.J. Robertson, no president has done it. The thing is that the president doing, all the president you're referring to, they didn't do it. This president connected the entire capital city with all the counties in this country. That's something that J.J. Robertson did not do. The J.J. Robertson you're making reference to. There are a lot of things that are happening that didn't happen during their time. People are walking, some people are passing through Abrco to go to their homes. J.J. Robertson didn't do it. Then the president is doing it. So if the president is strange that president has dedicated a latrine and people are criticizing him, because it's strange to them.
Thank you,
Because
Dave.
all
Thank
the
you.
president being flamboyant, they don't want to bring themselves down to dedicate kind of small projects.
Thank you, Dave. Let's hear you.
So let them get out of here, man.
There are a few things I would say. One, let's correct this. The latrine project was not done by any group in the United States. It was done by NOCAD, the National Oil Company of Liberia, as a corporate social. So that's a government initiative. However, I still believe that was below the belt. But this is actually that it has nothing to do with the president himself. It has to do with the handlers of the president.
Oh, yeah, surely.
The people who keep the president itinerary, the people who tell the president, Mr. President, you have to go this side. Look, take for example what the vice president did today. If the president have just taken that initiative, say, you know what, every week I will visit a government ministry, or every week I will visit a government agency to see what's happening there, to interact with the workforce. That will bring more respect and pride to the presidency.
More admiration.
Rather than you taking the president to go and dedicate 2 bathrooms or 3 bathrooms that you built somewhere. That thing should have been done by the butcher.
And I saw the guy squatting, my man. I thought,
Yeah.
is this the-
You know,
is
you
it
know,
when
you
it's the
know,
current president?
these things go far beyond.
I don't care
our-
how you say, but
these
again, there's
things-
nothing wrong
these
with
things
it.
go far
There's
beyond.
nothing wrong with it.
Hey, Chief, I come in and you finish close here. These things go far beyond our
Nothing wrong with
borders.
that.
Please, Dave.
So
Don't cross us here.
and I like one of the cutter that actually tried to spin this whole thing, the word that I use on the
Ludicrous,
the senators. Look, we all been to school. You can use that word thousands of ways, depending it depends basically on the users what he intend to use.
Surely.
You know, so Moses can come and say, "Oh, because I seen this, so I mean that what the senator said, you're stupid."
All right. Thank you, Edwin.
Thank you.
Well,
man.
let me thank all of you for the program today.
What happened, Pastor David? Now still 1 hour run away.
Join us tomorrow for another edition of the program. Until then, Sabo Josh is what him have a Pastor.